I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. What about another video? This is another paid request, this time from Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. If anyone's interested in requesting any other type of stuff or videos, feel free to send me either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Now this is for E-Demon. Now E-Demon is a found footage film, but this is more done in the style of Unfriended, searching, where it's from a laptop. And it starts with this hooded figure saying, with like electronic voice going on about, I'm going to tell you the truth about what really happened in the quad murders. We need your help to defeat the E-Demon. So we're going to show you the truth. And he pops up at the very end of the film, so I guess that helps in the fact of, I wouldn't say it's not downbeat, but I guess like there's some kind of hope. Unless I totally missed something, and there's something more to that I missed, I don't know. But this is a film that kind of surprised me. And the fact that I thought the story was a bit more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be yet another like rip-off of Unfriended. Or it was going to be, okay, someone gets possessed. Which is true, but the way it was done here, I thought was actually rather... I liked how... And there's been movies that have done this, but the possession here really was treated like a virus. That's the way I looked at it. Because you have these four friends on a video chat, like a Skype, a Zoom, something like that. One guy is rich, one guy's moved back with his family, one guy has a family, and one lady, she has a roommate and such. It's three guys and a lady. Like I said, you have one guy who's got a wife and kids, one's who's moved back with his family, one's rich, and one's the lady. And they're good friends. And so one guy decides, hey, my grandma, something about this trunk, I'm going to look into it. Oh, something about some curse with the trunk, whatever. And this guy was rather annoying, and I'm like, oh great, it's gonna be one of those movies. The character's annoying, he's doing something really fucking stupid, oh they have a history of playing pranks on it, okay. But then, after that, and the initial thing that happens, when it got to the other three, that's really when the story picked up for me. Because then, the way it goes about where it'll stay on the screen and one person will lead the conversation. But then, you know, this is happening on this screen. And maybe the person who left, their roommate comes by. Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, how's it going? And there'd be some kind of staring thing. And now that person's possessed. Or the guy goes out, gets something, takes care of the kids, and the wife hey, how's it going? And then zzz, and then she gets possessed. And that's what I mean. It becomes like a virus that goes from one to the other to the other. I like the way how you really felt an escalation. You really felt an escalation of events where things were just getting bigger and worse and worse and worse. Where they see some ritual going on. Some do, some don't see it. And then some people leave, some people come by, and then roommates and family members, and just how fast, because of the technology, this possession can escalate. I thought it also utilized the window aspect interesting. For example, I don't know how to describe it, but okay, I'll use this as an example. This book, it's not the same thing, but imagine this is a screen. Now imagine this is by a Nintendo book. Really good book if you like Nintendo games, by the way. There's one on Super Nintendo, maybe one I like to get one day, but okay, imagine the you know how when you're on your screen, you have the main, you have the little windows down below, and then maybe you have something here that's in the way. So imagine something in the way, and what we don't see is the far left screen. So then a guy yells, "Watch out!" And then, oh shit, it's revealed on that screen. Someone's ready to bust someone right in the head, and they dodge in the last second, and a fight breaks out. That's what I mean, like, nice surprise by utilizing the format. Like, okay, we have this why is this blot? Okay, it's just blot. Oh, that's a nice bit of giving a surprise to the audience. Like, oh shit. See, that was good. That was a good idea, in my opinion. Stuff, and the other actors, even the one guy at the beginning, he's told to act like a bit of a douche. So I wouldn't say I had any problems acting wise. I think the character, I don't know, maybe didn't have to be so stupid, but maybe you need that. Well, I don't think you need it. I think there's always ways to do it a little bit smarter. But whatever. But the acting, especially the three remaining, and how one is acting even though they're possessed, and we know he's possessed, but the others don't. So you as a viewer is just waiting for the next bit to drop where what if they don't realize this person is possessed, but he's playing along rather convincingly, being smart about it. And the escalation, like in one of the screens, cops come by, but then they get possessed, or the guy's wife and kids get possessed, and how he has to deal with his wife and kids. The little kids are actually cutting at him. He's got to run off and hide in the basement. And that's what I mean, like this escalation, I thought was rather interesting. Where it goes from here. Oh, cops and paramedics come. Oh shit, now they're possessed. Oh shit, it's like, you really get a sense of the danger. You really get a sense of how deadly this figure is. And using the camera helps remove souls, you speeding up the process even more so. Now, there is a point where I thought it was rather convenient, because someone runs off and he knows someone who may help, and the someone just happens to know what's going on, is able to figure it out, and what we need to do and what it's doing. On one hand, yes, at least it's giving us some answers, because a lot of these type of movies don't want to give you answers. Some are ambiguous and work well. Some are not, or just annoying as piss. The Blair Witch Project still gives you answers, but it's also ambiguous in certain aspects. But you did a film like fucking Leaving DC, which I reviewed recently. That ending is one of the worst endings I've seen in a while. It's literally like the film just stopped and gave up. The film just gave up on itself. So it's convenient, but at the same time, at least I'm getting an answer, so I just pick your poison. Do I really have any issues with the movie? I'm trying to think. Well, it's not really the movie's fault. It's just, it's not the movie's fault. Spoiler alert, starting now, spoilers. Because I was starting to like some of these characters. Granted, from the beginning, it set up that it was going to end happily for these people. But I don't know, it would have been nice if, one or two of them lived, or were in hiding, or if one or two of them were actually the figure talking to us at the very beginning, very end. They made it out, but they're hiding their face, but that's not the case. Like there's the guy who's got the wife and kids. I was starting to like him, and I get why he did it, even though it was the wrong decision, because the wife threatens to slit the kids' throats, and he comes out, no, 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 don't do it. But of course they're all possessed, and he gives in. Because he's a father, and he doesn't want his kids, even though it's too late. But I mean, on the flip side, it's hard to tell a father that. Says, that sucks. And then, but I don't know, just the way it was handled, the way it was done, the way it was directed, where at times it'll pop to one of the other screens as just an empty room. And we see like some other crazy shit happen in the other little windows of the screen. I just thought it was utilizing the format fairly well. With the whole being on the laptop. It was done fairly well. And like I said, the whole infection being the virus, the virus aspect, at least, that's what it felt like with this possession. I like that. Again, I know there's been other movies that have dealt in that matter, but yeah, I didn't mind it in this one. And again, that escalation and that paranoia, is that person possessed? Is he not? They not possessed? Maybe they could have done a little bit more. Like the one guy, we know he's possessed, but I wonder if there's a way to make it where there's doubt. Is he possessed? Is he not possessed? But, I mean, we know he's possessed. So it works on a different level. And the fact that we know, but we the viewer know, but they don't. Are they ever going to realize this person? So it works on that aspect. But I wonder maybe even a little bit more paranoia could have been utilized. How do you do that? Watch John Carpenter's The Thing. It's a perfect movie to utilize paranoia. But yeah, it was again, welcome surprise. It was better than I thought it would be. Yeah, the ending is not really the cup of tea I usually have with the ending, but I thought the film itself was done fairly well. That, I could deal with it because I thought it was rather well made for what... Like, this was a lot better than that one Host. I had never heard of this film before, E-Demon. But that one Host from last year got all this fucking buzz and publicity, and I have no fucking idea why. I thought this film was a lot better. It had a lot more interesting story. A lot more stuff happened. You felt an escalation as the snow getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I thought that was nicely handled. And E.D. was a lot better than that Host movie from 2020. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, if you like films like Unfriended, it's worth a look at the very least. At the very least. So, if you didn't like Unfriended, you could definitely say these characters are more likable than the characters in Unfriended. But to me, Unfriended, you weren't supposed... That's an issue where I can see why you're not supposed to like the characters, because to me, they're making the formation of... They are the cyber bullies that hide behind a keyboard, and in a sick way, you're getting to see their comeuppance as to how they backstab each other. But that's the way I looked at that movie. But totally, you say these characters are more likable than the characters on Unfriended. So if you want to see characters more likable, as well as utilizing... Again, the laptop. Like, Searching with John Cho is still the best one that did that. The best. I love Searching with John Cho. Absolutely love it. But again, this was a nice welcome surprise. A little bit of shaky start, but I do think it got more interesting as it went along. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.